Now to some, this might look like a random battle, but it's not. It's a National Dex Ubers battle at about 1300 on the ladder. For those that don't know, I'm currently doing a subathon, and one of the things we do is we take chat suggestions and we build teams and we ladder with them. Now, my team has Tynamo, has Reller, has Vibrava. But we started off with Tynamo. I was like, okay, it's going to be okay. Then we immediately get Genesect, which pushes us to the National Dex Ubers ladder. Our game right here isn't too bad. Our opponent only really has 2 potential Ubers, Mega Blaziken and Espathra. So it's not too bad, but I'm still definitely on the back foot. But watch what Tynamo does in this game. If you enjoy these little replays, let me know. I have so many little highlights I want to show off from stream that are just so fun. So I'm gonna lead off with Vibrava because Vibrava's Eviolite, it shouldn't die to any one hit unless it's Ice Beam from Empoleon, but I do have a lot of speed on this Vibrava, so I am actually gonna go right for the Earthquake because Empoleon is the only Pokemon that stops my Shift Gear Genesect. It is Shift Gear, Leech Life, Extreme Speed Iron Head, Down Low, Life Orb, Terra, Normal. Disgusting set. I wish I could use this in Scarlet and Violet. I'm pretty sure it won't have some of its event moves though. But I go for Earthquake as they get up Stealth Rock, which is fine. I mean, my team is pretty pathetic. You probably think you can just get up Stealth Rock and win. I get up my own Stealth Rock, anticipating them to switch. And then I go right into Reller because Reller is, if you didn't know, just this fantastic defensive Pokemon that can take any hit for one Pokemon on their team. It's actually terrible when it dies to Brave Bird. Yeah, I was sacking it. That way I can go Tynamo. I couldn't go Tynamo if they close commented, but I bring out Tynamo now. Their team has no ground type. I'm going to tank this Brave Bird like it's nothing. Eviolite, by the way. Gonna throw off a Thunder Wave there, and now I'm gonna Spark immediately. Just try to get Chip on something. Our opponent tries to bring out Empoleon this turn, and Tynamo ends up knocking it out. And I know that's not that impressive, but when you are Tynamo, I think this thing is base 25 attack. It might even have less. I would like to apologize to all Tynamo believers out there. It actually has base 55 attack, which is kind of impressive for a baby. So they bring up Pheasant to beat up my baby. I don't like that. Tynamo don't like that. They get the Toxic Chain. That doesn't matter. I knocked that Empoleon though, which was sick. And I go for a Thunder Wave. Let me tell you something. This Tynamo is angry because this Pheasantipity is probably going to move once in the next several turns. My goal here is to sack Tynamo because Tynamo and my Brava just made it that the one resist to Genesect is absolutely gone. And this is such a good setup for me. So I go for Spark. They just get paralyzed a lot. And I'm going to bring out my Cyclizar, and because I am playing National Dex Ubers, Shed Tail is allowed. I'm going to go right for that Shed Tail and bring out Genesect, and I get the download attack raise, and that's basically the beginning of the end. They get paralyzed again. Shout out to Tynamo, doing the Lord's work right there. Gonna Shift Gear up, and they U-turn. They can't really break my sub with anything anyway, even if they went for beat up, it didn't really matter. And at this point, I just Terra normal E-Speed, and they know it's game. They do end up bringing out Blaziken, going for Protect there, trying to get some sort of speed boost. They need a double to outspeed me. If I wasn't Extreme Speed, maybe this could have taken hits, but I don't know. +2 Life Orb, Iron Head is still strong anyway. And we're going to go right for E-Speed, knock him out. Mega Blaziken can't Terrasilize, obviously. At this point, I just click Iron Head, Iron Head, Iron Head, Iron Head, and win the game. So that was, I think that was the first game with this team. And I think we went 2-1 with this team. We won the second game. I think we lost the third game. But this was hilarious. So obviously the whole point is to win with Genesect. But the fact that Tynamo was able to, and Vibrava were able to get rid of Empoleon plus Paralyze Zapdos and also open up the door for Pheasantipity was sick. I got another game right here. I'm using some pretty cool stuff here too. I have the Yawn Mean Look Meowstic as well as Physical Moxie on my Pyro. We were trying to use a physical Pyro. I have Clear Amulet for Lanner's Therian. This is National Dex OU now. I have Clear Amulet for Lanner's Therian and Terra Blast Ice to hopefully OHKO that as well as Gliscor. But we'll see if that comes to play. I also have Blunder Policy, Inferno Channeler with Terra Grass because there's so many Urshifus and they all love to be Scarf. And Urshifu's like the, oh, you can't bring BS. Like if you try to pull up with the Hita Fajita, and you can't do any of that because Urshifu just comes in and clicks Surge and Strike, Terra Water, everything dies. But I also have a Parasect on this team too. So I'm gonna lead off with my Focus Sash lead, Aselgor. Freaking love this mon. Go right for the final Gambit on Muck. Muck is definitely annoying. If they had like T-Spike, I don't remember if this one gets T-Spike. I know the other one does. It would have been like probably game over immediately, but go right for the final game as they go for knockoff. And now I'm thinking, okay, you're at 19%. I'm Pyroar, maybe a Stab Flame Chart. This mon is so weak. Why does it even have Moxie? Give it a stat buff. I'm actually like, 18 is terrible. Now, the damage didn't really matter too much, but I could have done something with this mon. I had frustration because this made me mad. I got the Moxie boost here. I got the double speed, which makes me faster than Scarf Cart, as well as the Iron Valve. They end up bringing out Greninja. I cannot let them Water Shuriken and just straight up sweep me, so I go out to Dry Skin Parasect, and I don't have Spore on this Parasect. I went like a Swords Dance offensive set as Zard, most likely Y, comes in. Gonna go Power RC maybe if I eat a hit. They end up going, I believe, for the Ancient Power here, which is a good play to catch Channeler with Flash Fire, as well as obviously knock out Pyro, where the ball would have smoked Pyro anyway, but it's a good play to catch both. If I can bring out Meowstic, I am like max special defense, I believe, on this thing. And this might actually be the max Fizz. This is definitely the max Fizz Death variant, I believe, on this one. So I go for Mean Look because I can live the next one. That way they cannot switch. Sun is gonna end soon, just because they couldn't switch that turn. And this allows me to bring out my Channeler, and I'm gonna go right for the Inferno. And I miss Inferno, 50% accurate move. That's exactly what we wanted because that gives me Bullet Policy. Now, I am a timid Channeler, which means I will be able to outspeed, plus speed, booster energy, Iron Val, and Scarf Kartana. We're gonna go for Calm Mind there with the light screen up. Gonna go for another Calm Mind. I basically needed +2 in order to knock out Zard with Shadow Ball anyway. And that's exactly what we proceed to do right here as my dog is gonna bark. So I knock him out with Shadow Ball right here. And there's someone at the door, for those wondering. And Greninja comes out, and obviously from this position, you don't want to die. So they go for Water Shuriken. Well, I'm hoping I can KO them. If I'm modest, I think I can. But I am timid, and I go right for the Flamethrower. They do get 5 hits, and it actually doesn't even. So even modest would not have. But the Terra Grass is going to save me. They actually get 5 hits there, and then they get a crit on the next one, which is 7. They got 2 crits on the next one, but they did not get 3. I'm assuming they're loaded dice, and they just got the super high rolls with it. But we knock them out with that next Flamethrower, and Channeler is not going to exactly clean up because, woof, voice crack, Jesus. Not going to exactly clean up there. I go right for the Shadow Ball. Some random Terra, like water, kind of scouting for the Kartana. I disrespect completely. I don't care if it Terra waters. I'm going to knock it out with Flamethrower. And then Zapdos comes out. And again, just trying to cover for that random Terra water. I go right for the Shadow Ball there as they knock me out with Thunderbolt. And I knew this was an okay play because I have Glacier A, and this Mon just comes out and does not care. I just click Icicle Crash. They do end up Terra and Electricking and going for Roost, which is interesting. Like more offensive Zapdos, I've seen them run that and Terra Fly in National Dex, especially on the mid to lower ladder. But I go for Harris Power because it loses its flying typing, obviously. Both when roosting and also just because it's a Terra Electric, so it's pure electric. And we're able to win right there. So that was fun. I got to show out a cool Channeler set. And that's kind of like, let me know what you think rather, about these little demonstrations. I think they're very fun. If you want to watch them live, obviously you can come to the streams as well. And that's basically all I have for ya right now. And also, if you didn't know, code AIM30 is currently 30% off if you would like to pick up my brand new cherry apple flavor. Everybody who's gotten so far, I think, likes it a good chunk, so I'm very happy about that. But yeah, code AIM30, 30% off. This is hydration, so 0 caffeine, 0 calories, 0 sugar. But if you do get anything caffeinated from Advanced GG, they did just drop a bunch of new flavors. 18 plus. And yeah, that's all I have for ya. I will see ya in the next video. Tomorrow will be draft, and tonight we'll do the pick'ems as well as the Blissey Ironmon run. We'll be continuing. Peace.